Ready to start their next drive. And last time, play drive, long pass, that maybe they just want to do that again.
To draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score Jets 14, Colts 7.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quentin Williams. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Jackson now. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
And the Colts 1st down.
Fighting Hilton on the slant. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Number 13.
T.Y. Hilton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Myers for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and...
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
3-yard loss.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another 19.
23-yard line.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The end result, 21 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson from the shotgun. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 3 yards out. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to us.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Picked picked off at about the 31. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the gun, Jackson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
2nd down and 8. Taylor. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
3rd down.
Jackson. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
5-yard.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Number 12.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jackson's pass intercepted.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Second and 9 now from the 21. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, it should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Avery Williamson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score, and the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the line?
In trouble, and he's taken down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
23, the ball carrier.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Number 28, Jonathan.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot down.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So still 14 yards to go, second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
There's Jackson on third and long. He's going to launch this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jackson's
a big play there. 81 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 35-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. This one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
First and 10 at the
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. So he visits pay dirt for a second time. Unfortunately, they're still down on the big board.
And I wonder what's going through his mind right now. Playing hard, making big plays. That wasn't a small run by any stretch of the imagination either. To find the end zone for the second time, yet his team's still down. They need more of that from him and a little help from the defensive guys.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
16 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
21-yard line.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
For this life, I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate. Watch him skirt out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on sight. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. But they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Operating from the gun. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, I mean, 2.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Indianapolis, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jets,